Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to an early look at Infinifactory. This is a game that's currently in development by Zachtronics. You may be familiar with that name. They are the team behind Infiniminer, which is some clipping issues at really high FOVs. I've got the FOV bumped up really high on this. Let's take a look here. Yeah, full 110. Hello, Total Biscuit. Oh dear. Some people are watching Total Biscuit and listening about the FOV slider, which is great. Anyway, so this is a puzzle game thing. It's a creative puzzle game? Yeah, creative puzzle game by the makers of Infiniminer, which is the game that inspired Notch to make Minecraft. Eat my little food pellets there. So, I have already acquired some trophies here. Got a VHS tape. Armpits of Iron. Yes. Actually, Alright, let's just throw that there. No, stand up. There we go. It's actually perfect. Look at that. It's awesome. So, this is kind of physical. I don't know why I just tried to jump through the screen. You gotta click on it. So, this is a first-person puzzle game. I originally thought that it might be similar to Portal, but not really. It's very much different. It's what did they say? They said it's like taking SpaceChem and Infiniminer and putting them together. It's very strange. So we're going to start this. We're on, I think, tier 3. Yeah, because we did Proving Ground, Skydock. I don't know what the test zone was. I don't remember doing that, unless that was the last one I did. Oh no, that's literally a test zone. So I've done Proving Ground and Skydock, so we're at Resource Site 526.81. So we're going to do the first puzzle, and you can have 3 solutions. So here I've only got 1 solution for each one of my puzzles. So we're going to do Solution 1, and here we are. And this kind of gives you... I'm not going to do that just yet. This kind of gives you a hint as to what you need to do. So we've got these rotator blocks. So if you hold down Shift, the keys are a little weird. A little bit weird. So we've got these rotators. And these 2 rotators actually rotate in different directions. So it's strange that there's different types. Like, you've got some blocks, well, let's put a block down here, and you can rotate these blocks. But where for blocks like this, which, let's actually stack this up, you can still rotate it, but it really doesn't do anything. By the way, those are welding blocks. Those are used to weld things together. So let's check out the failure log, which doesn't tell you anything about how to complete the puzzle, but it's kind of amusing.
If you're listening to this message, I want to congratulate you. You made it this far, and that's really saying something. The name's Floyd. I was one of the first human abductees, so that makes me a bit of a geezer. I was picked up back in the summer of 1976 from a little town no one cares about in Illinois. I wasn't even 18 yet. Those were,
I think that describes every town in Illinois, doesn't it? Oh.
In almost 40 years, I've learned a thing or two about our gracious hosts. I kid, of course, but they're really not that bad. They're just, insensitive, you know? They think humans are useful. We're good at making stuff, and they don't want to do it themselves. Easier just to have us do it. I've picked up a bit of their language here and there. I can't exactly speak it, since our vocal cords don't really work in the same way. I've made some approximations of their language. Earth is something like Gark. kind of sounds like you got a frog in your throat, but, you know. It's not much use, but it's given me something to do in the past couple of decades.
So yeah, that's well, that's a failure log. So what this is basically you're given blocks and told complete this puzzle. And let's see here. Best way to do this. So this is not my strong suit here, and you can tell that I've not done this before. Oh, and you can fly. You know, if you hold space, like pressing space, you jump, you're grounded, but if you hold space for a little bit, you can fly. And you can fall off the edge. Like, it's actually land here. Fall off the edge, and you just die-ish. It gives you that, you know, no jetpack off of the cliff thing. And you come back to everything exactly the way it was. So it's of no consequence. So what I'm doing here is, this is just kind of how I solve these things. Okay. So basically, what I'm doing is, just after this is applying this little red thing to the side of it. So just after it gets applied, I've got one going here, one being pushed here, and it should cycle back and forth. What I need here is bring that like that. Now, one thing to note is that these blocks are actually physics enabled. So if we go like that, and I press R to start it, that guy's gonna fall. So you don't want to have them just kind of free floating. You have to have them attached to something that's hanging out. Like this is fine because this block is attached to this block, which is attached to this block, which is attached to this one, which is attached to this one, which is attached to the ground. Now, I do have a minor issue here, which that, and then we'll do that. I think that should be okay. Maybe. So that's gonna lock it there. Aw, no, okay. Why was that not rotating? See how this rotator works. You can also fast forward this. Okay. Oh, so if there's something beside it, it won't actually rotate. Okay. So we just gotta, it's just a matter of figuring this out. And so that should rotate it twice, which is what we need. So I'll push that, that'll rotate. Except for the whole... We're getting 4 times as many going there. which means we needed to double that or something. This is not my strong suit. I probably should have shown one that I actually have already completed. Oops. But for now, let's show what happens. Oh. No, I wanted just that one. Show what happens when we fail. I'm going to want to weld them here. So when they're like this, I'm not sure if this is required, but it seems like it's required. They have to be welded together, which is what these welding blocks do. So you've got these ones here, which you can mount on the top, and then you've got these guys, which you mount like that. And you can rotate them. There's nothing too spectacular about them, to be honest. They just weld things. Just these ones here can't really be rotated. It doesn't do anything. Alright, so what's going to happen here is we're going to get a failure. So this is saying one went in, and it wants that. And then it just pauses everything. So what we can do here to kind of help with this is you put a block instead of a conveyor. Oops. F. So what'll happen is that'll sit there until something comes and pushes it out, which isn't gonna help because I've got this all screwed up. So what might actually help I think I might be doing this the wrong way. Let's do... Yeah, that's definitely not gonna work. Yeah, that's totally screwing this up. Alright, well, let's get out of this, because we're not getting anywhere. I'm going to have to sit here and figure this out. Sometimes they can get really hard, so we're going to exit to cell. And we're going to check out some of these guys. These are guys that I've already done the solution for. Yes, okay. I was kind of worried there for a second. So this is where we first got introduced to the piston block here. Or, I am just pushing all the wrong buttons. So the pusher block, which is effectively a piston. So every time a block passes the sensor, it extends the piston, and it just goes. It's really, really simple. You can fast forward, and it gives you your timing and your friends list timing. So Witten is on here as well. So now and best is 53 and 29. I don't really know what these are for. I don't quite understand the numbers. I'm not sure if that's number of blocks used, and number of blocks sent, or the time it took. Not sure. That would be nice if it had a little bit more information, but that could be something I just need to read something else on and that I missed. Plus, there's this early access survey, which is really nice. You can pick whether it is too easy, too hard, just right. You know, just a few things. I would like to have like a text box that I can enter in there and send more information off. But, you know, whatever. Here's one that I'm really proud of. I think this is it. Yeah. This one here, you have to build a rocket or missile. I think they're calling it a missile. So, it's this. And again, it has to be all welded together. So, this this is my disaster of a solution to it. So each one of these comes out. They come out in perfect timing. They do. So you get 3 fuselages and 1 top and 1 of the little thruster sections. And I had to get it timed just right so that it would push this one before the second thruster stacked on top of it, but have it so that the cone, the nose cone, would actually land on it. So you see how it's falling just before that guy gets pushed. I'm very, very proud of this one. So they weld up. Last fuselage gets pushed out right at the exact point in time. Now, theoretically, I could probably have replaced that block. Hey, don't push me around. I could have replaced this block with conveyor. Actually, let's try that. Let's fuck with my design that works. Alright. This may break it. Who knows? It's very, very, very timing dependent. Yeah, that's not gonna work. It was worth a shot. So that's how I did it. And I had to do this because I did have it just as a straight shot going and then coming up here. But when it would fall just a little too soon, like if we go and do this, we'll see that it doesn't work. It's off by just a fraction of a second. Oh, yeah. See, it's too short, and the fuselage there is at the bottom. So now that one's too long. Yeah. So you kind of need to do it that way. It's really an interesting puzzle game. It's very, very intriguing. Like, and this is one of the sensor blocks that points down. This is what actually triggers that to be pushed, which gives us perfect timing. Like, I could probably have pushed this out more, but then it wouldn't be lined up very well, and things wouldn't work as well. This just seems to work perfect for me, anyway. Whether it is actually perfect, I can guarantee it's not the best build. It really is not. I've probably over-engineered this, but it works, and I'm proud of it. But anyway, this is a very interesting game. It is not something that... Can't go that far. It is not something that I think I would ever do an LP on, because it's gonna melt my brain just trying to figure out a lot of these puzzles. But it's pretty cool. And I can get drugged. I can get dragged along with it. Ah! Oh, and failure log.
我叫江美玲，今年40岁。我是在北京的中国石油的一个分析人士。
I apparently haven't listened to this
我
one
有个丈夫，他姓
because
李，
I didn't know that there was a
有一
non-English
6
one.
岁的儿子。在5月22号的晚上8点钟，
That's actually really
外星人从
cool.
我的北
Okay,
京市中心
that
的
is
办公室
awesome.
把我
And
拐
this
走
is
了。
still, I think it's in
从那天
alpha.
起，我就一个人过着不是人的生活。
I'm just reading the press release that they sent
我
me.
永远都回不了家了。
I'm not seeing it saying exactly what level it's at, but it's early access. There is also, like, this little pit here. That's where you come down. When you complete one of these sections, like, can we do the performance review again? We can't do the performance review again. That's poop. But you get this performance review at the end of each one of these sections, where they say something in some alien language that you don't understand and give you a trophy. This trophy is for the first one, and the VHS tape, Armpits of Iron, is for the second one. So yeah, your efforts are much appreciated by your alien overlords. Anyway, I'm just gonna take a nap in my cell. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and we will see you next time.